So I'm starting this time with slope intercept form. If your only goal is to graph it, then that should be pretty easy by now. This is the y-intercept. You start with this. This is your b. Your b is 3, and your m is 1/5. So your b is 3. So you put a dot at 3, and then from 3, you rise 1 and you run 5. Rise 1, run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's your next dot. I can't rise and run 5 because I'm out of graph paper, but I can go back to the 3, and instead of going up 1 and to the right 5, I can go down 1 and to the left 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then, I don't know if I can do that without a straight edge. So, I'm going to grab one and connect those points. This has a y-intercept of 3 and a slope of rise 1, run 5, rise 1, run 5. Now, that may not have been your only instructions. They may have wanted you to convert this slope intercept form into standard form. So if that's the case, then you need to start with the fact that you need to get the x on the other side, because standard form you have x and y on the same side of the equal sign. So let's get rid of this. How do you move a positive 1/5 x? You subtract 1/5 x from both sides. On this side they add to 0, so all you're left with is a 3 over here, and on this side we have the 1/5 x. That y is positive, so we put a plus sign right there. Now, when we have it in standard form, there's 2 rules. One, we do not like the x term to be negative because it's the one in front. And 2, we do not like the x term to be a fraction. So I'm going to get rid of the negative and get rid of the fraction all in one movement. And the way I'm going to do that is, if you have a negative, you're going to multiply by a negative, because a negative times a negative is positive. So I'm going to take this entire equation right here, and I'm going to multiply it by a negative. That's going to be sure that my x value becomes a positive. So, that's one thing that I'm going to do that's going to make sure that I get the kind of standard equation that I want. The second thing I want to get rid of is this fraction. And the way you get rid of any fraction, every time, it doesn't matter what the fraction is, look at the denominator. Whatever the denominator is, that's what you're going to multiply by. This denominator is a 5, so I'm going to multiply by 5. I'm multiplying by negative to get rid of that negative. I'm multiplying by 5 to get rid of that fraction. And now this negative 5 right here is got to be multiplied by every term inside that equation. So when I multiply negative 5 times negative 1/5, it just leaves that to be an x. Negative 5 times y becomes negative 5y, and negative 5 times 3 becomes negative 15. Now I have my equation in standard form.